Hi and welcome everyone to another video on this channel. Today I'm gonna show you some wildcard drafts. So yeah, if you're interested in activating your wildcard, or maybe you just wanna see which are the best players for the next game weeks, make sure you stay here. So this is my first draft, as you can see, but firstly let me say, I'm not saying that you should use your wildcard right now, unless you have 3, 4 or maybe 5 players you wanna change, or maybe you have some injured players. So yeah, then maybe wildcarding could be a good idea, but I don't think that it's worth it, and it's not a good idea to wildcard just if you want to change 2 or 1 player. So yeah, firstly, this is a 3-4-3 formation, as you can see, with Semedo, Ben White, Trent Alexander-Arnold, 3 at the back, Rafinha, Salah, Torres, Jota, and Ronaldo, DCL, and Antonio in attack. So yeah, in goal I have Robert Sanchez. Still, I think that he's maybe the best goalkeeper in the game, that price at least. Of course, you can go with Bachmann too, but I still think that Brighton have pretty nice fixtures. So yeah, also, of course, you can rotate with the defenders with Ben White, Brandon Williams, and Shane Duffy. Okay, Brandon Williams, I think he's the best defender in the game at that price, 4 millions. He's playing at Norwich, and okay, they are not defending really good right now, but as you can see, after this game week, the pictures are pretty good for Norwich. So yeah, if you need him, I think that he's gonna play, and why not, maybe he's gonna get you some attacking returns. Also, Shane Duffy, I think that he's maybe the best option short term in the game at that price, but we don't know exactly when he's not gonna play anymore. So yeah, but for short term I think that he's great. And also Ben White, yeah, I know Arsenal are not keeping clean sheets, but as you can see, the fixtures will be really good for Arsenal, and I think that that price, still Ben White, 4.5 millions, I think that he's one of the best defenders in the game, and I'm sure that Arsenal are gonna keep some clean sheets at some point. Also, Rafinha, you know that I really like him. He's just great, and okay, the first game it's pretty tough against Liverpool at home, but then the fixtures are just great for Leeds. And yeah, I think that he's maybe the best option from Leeds alongside Patrick Bamford maybe. Also, Salah, he doesn't need any explanation. I think that he needs to be in all your drafts because he's just great. He's maybe the best player in the game right now. And I think that he's pretty essential. Also, in this team you have Diogo Jota. Okay, there are some rumors that Firmino is injured, and we need to know exactly, but we need to wait for that. And of course, if Firmino's gonna be injured for 2 or 3 months, maybe, I think that Jota is gonna be a great pick for FPL at that price, 7.6 billions. Also, till now he scored 2 goals, and yeah, he was great. The last defender is Ferran Torres from Manchester City. Yes, he was great in the last games he played. He started in all the 3 game weeks, and yeah, I think that at that price he could be a great option from Manchester City. Okay, we know that with Manchester City we can't be exactly sure when he's gonna play, but still I think that he's worth the risk. Also, he's playing as a number 9, which is just great. Sissoko is 4.5 million midfielder, but he could be anyone, let's say Brownhill. So yeah, he's just a bench fodder, and if you need him, he's gonna come from the bench. Also, yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo is back in FPL, guys. What great news. He's 12.5 millions as expected. I think that he's great, and yeah, if you ask me, I think that he's the best option from Manchester United. He's gonna take penalties, he's gonna take free kicks, in my opinion, because he's just Cristiano Ronaldo, and I think that he's much better option than Bruno Fernandes. Also, I'm not saying that you should have him from game week 4, but if you're wildcarding, I think that's a good strategy to have him from the start to take some advantage. And I think that if you ask me, he's gonna play from game week 4 at home against Newcastle because yeah, he's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's gonna go for international break. He's gonna play for Portugal, and we know that he's fit. So yeah. Also, Calvert-Lewin and Antonio. Antonio doesn't need any explanation too. He's the top scorer of FPL, I think, right now. So yeah, he was great. The fixtures are pretty good for West Ham. Okay, they are playing against Manchester United, which could be pretty tough, but we know that Antonio could score against anyone, so I'm not worrying about him. And yeah, the last player is Calvert-Lewin. He's on penalties, which is a great thing. And yeah, the fixtures for Everton are pretty good. Burnley, Aston Villa, Norwich, West Ham, Watford in the next 6 games, which is pretty good. And yeah, we know that Everton are playing pretty good attacking wise with Rafa Benitez. Okay, so my next draft is a 3-5-2 formation, so that way you can go with Cristiano Ronaldo and Romelu Lukaku if you want to go big in attack. And I think that this could be a great strategy. Okay, I wouldn't suggest you to bring in Lukaku right now because the fixtures are not great. Okay, the game against Aston Villa is amazing for him, but then Tottenham and Manchester City are pretty tough. But yes, so that way you don't need to spend another transfer in game week 7 to bring in Lukaku, because as you can see, this run of fixtures is just brilliant for Chelsea. Also, here you have Bachmann and Foster. Okay, I think that it's pretty tough between Sanchez and Bachmann because both of them are 4.5 million goalkeepers. And also, the next 3 fixtures are amazing for Watford, and I think that Bachmann could keep some clean sheets. And yeah, that way you can switch a little and have a Watford defender and also a Brighton defender with Shane Duffy, which, as I said before, he is a great short-term option in my opinion. But of course, that way you can play with 3 at the back. Maybe you want to play with Reguilon. The fixtures for Spurs are pretty good. Okay, they are playing Crystal Palace, and then Chelsea and Arsenal will be pretty tough. But also we know that they are defending really good in this moment, which is great. And also I think that they can keep some clean sheets. They kept a clean sheet against Manchester City. So yeah. Uh, Also here you have Cody. As I said, the fixtures for Wolverhampton are just great, and I think that there are some clean sheets in there, and also Ben White and Brandon Williams. I think that they are great options. They are pretty cheap, and yeah, that way you can invest your money in the midfield and attack. Okay, it's not the most expensive defense, but still, if you want to go without Trent Alexander-Arnold and you want to take that risk, that way you can have Mohamed Salah, and also you can have Heung-min Son, which is a great player. We all know him. He can score in these big games, and yeah, the fixtures are not bad for Spurs. Also, we know that Son also plays pretty good with Kane in the side. So yeah, he just scored 1 goal, and I think that is gonna be great. Also, you have Rafinha and the Sar, another interesting option at that price, 6 millions. Okay, you can go with Trincao or maybe Adama Traore if you want, but yeah, I just picked some players. So that way you can see the players I really like in all those drafts. So yeah, Trincao is a really good player. I really like him. He's very technical, he's very attacking, and the only problem with him is that Wolves just signed another striker, but I think that he's not gonna play as a number 9 because that's there's no way Jimenez is not gonna play. So yeah, maybe Trincao and Adama Traore minutes are gonna be limited, but still I think that at 5.9 millions he could be a great player. And yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't need any explanation, and also Lukaku, as I said, the fixtures are great. Okay, 2 tough games against City and Spurs, but we know that Lukaku can score against anyone. So yeah, that's not a problem. Now let's see the next one. Next, I tried to make a draft without Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe you're not sure if he's gonna be fit for Game Week 4, or just maybe you don't want him in your team. Also without Romelu Lukaku, and I think that these drafts looks pretty good. Okay, I wouldn't go without Cristiano Ronaldo, but if you want to, you can. This is a 3-4-3 formation with 3 at the back. Also, that way you have Alexander Arnold, also Kufal and Semedo, which are 3 attacking defenders in my opinion at least. The fixtures for Wolves are pretty good. Also, Trent Alexander-Arnold, we all know him. The next 3 games are amazing against the Leeds, Crystal Palace and Brentford. There are some clean sheets, and we know that he's so attacking. He was so attacking in the last game weeks. Also, the fixtures for Vladimir Kufal are not bad at all. And okay, West Ham didn't keep clean sheets, at least for now, but still he's so attacking. I think that he's gonna get some attacking returns, and why not some clean sheets against Southampton and maybe Brentford and Leeds. Okay, they have a tough fixture against Manchester United, but still I think that Kufal is maybe the best way into that defense. Okay, there are some also good alternatives with Cresswell, but he's more expensive, and also Zuma, I think that he's 5 million, so yeah, maybe you should look at him too, because he has an amazing goal threat. We know that from last season from Chelsea. Also, in goal you have Sanchez and Steele from Brighton, so yeah, you're covered with Brighton's defense. And also you have some good backup options in White and Brandon Williams. As I said, as you can see, Williams is in all my drafts because I just think that he's the best 4 million defender in the game. So yeah, he's gonna be in all my drafts. Also, that way you have a pretty good midfield with Son, Salah, also Grealish and Mount. Okay, I picked Mount, but he could be anyone. He could be Jota, he could be Greenwood if you want to, or even Sar or Rafinha. So yeah, that's a draft without Rafinha if you don't like him. I think that Mount is pretty nailed in that Chelsea team, and now with Romelu Lukaku, his assist potential is just growing. We know that he's on set pieces and he's taking them really well. And yeah, I can see some attacking returns from Mason Mount, and I think that his price is pretty fair for what he can do. And yeah, the fixtures for Chelsea are just great. Okay, they have some tough fixtures, but then this run of fixtures is just brilliant for Chelsea. So yeah, if you want a player from Chelsea and you don't want to go for Havertz or let's say Romelu Lukaku, I think that Mount could be a good option. Also, we have a player from Manchester City, which I think that he's pretty nailed. Okay, we will never be sure about Manchester City rotation. We don't know exactly when they will play, but still I think that Jack Grealish is a pretty nailed player in that team because he's just great. They paid 100 millions for him, and I think that he's not gonna stay on the bench. So yeah, the fixtures for City are not great, but we know that City are a great team. They can score against anyone. They just beat Arsenal 5-0. Okay, Arsenal were pretty poor in that game, but still they are playing Leicester and Southampton. So yeah, two really good fixtures. Okay, then Chelsea and Liverpool, but yeah. Also, if you want to, you can go with Ferran Torres. So yeah, he's playing number 9, but yeah, this draft is about midfield. And you also have three really good budget forwards in my opinion with Jimenez, Calvert-Lewin and Antonio. So yeah, Antonio is pretty good. We all know that. I'm not gonna talk much about him. And Calvert-Lewin also great pick, 8.2 millions. I think that he's worth all the money because he's now on penalties. So in this draft, I'm not going for a midfielder from Wolverhampton like Trincao and Traore, but instead of it, I'm going with Raul Jimenez, which I think that he's more nailed than the other two. And yeah, the fixtures for Wolves are just great. Also, Jimenez is on penalties, and I think that the goals are just coming for Wolverhampton. We know that they had so many chances against Manchester United in the last game. They were so unlucky, but yeah, I think that this team are gonna score so many goals in the next games. Now, this is my last draft, and as you can see, it's 4-4-2. That way, you can have Son, Salah, Ronaldo, and Lukaku, so you can have 4 premiums, which is pretty good. Also, if you want to play 4-4-2, you can play with Rudiger, Reguilon, Semedo, and Duffy. Okay, Duffy is just a short-term replacement, but I think that he's still good. And also, I think that Brandon Williams is gonna play some games because he's just great and he's a very attacking fullback also. So in this draft, you have a defender from Chelsea, and I think that Rudiger is maybe the most nailed defender from Chelsea. And yeah, the fixtures are just great for Chelsea until game week 11 maybe. And we know that Chelsea can keep a clean sheet against anyone. So yeah, they have a pretty nice defense. So I think that having a Chelsea defender on your wildcard could be a good thing. Also, this way you have 2 defenders from Brighton with Duffy and Sanchez. So yeah, I think that they can keep some clean sheets also. But if you don't want to play with Duffy, you can play with Sissoko. Okay, I wouldn't suggest to do that because, okay, Sissoko can score some goals at some point, but still I don't think that he's consistent enough to trust him. So yeah, he's just a backup option in case one of your players doesn't play. So yeah, he can came from the bench with some points at least. and this is a 4-4-2 formation. Personally, I don't really like this formation. I don't like to play with more than 3 defenders at the back, but if you like it and you want to play a 4-4-2, I think that this is a good formation. And also, if you want to include Ronaldo and Lukaku, will be pretty tough for you to have a strong defense and a strong bench. But as you can see, these players I picked are mostly playing at their teams, like Williams, Sissoko, and also Duffy. Okay, Duffy's not gonna play for. We don't know exactly how many games he's gonna play, but I think that is a great short-term option. Also, you have Salah and Son, great captaincy options with Lukaku and Ronaldo. So yeah, Obafemi is just a 4.5 forward, so don't worry about that, he's not gonna play. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that it helped you and I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider leaving a like or subscribing to my channel, and also let me know about your suggestion for my next video. See you next time.